Hi guys, welcome to a new video. This video we will look into React paginations, how to implement it using React Paginate library. And now let's get started. Alright, so now let's take a look at this library. And you can now see that it's become more and more popular, right? And this is the library itself. So what you got to do, you have to copy this command here and install this library in the React. And right here, I will actually go through the code that you can see right here. So this is the result, right? And in this tutorial, we will be using JSON placeholder, and this is all of the photos, and the result is 5,000 records or 5,000 photos right here, right? So each object contain the ID, the title, URL, and also the thumbnail URL. So this link to the image. So let's just say when I click on this one right here, and you can now see this is the image that we get. Basically, we get different color, right? Okay, so now let's take a look at the code. And here inside the app.js, this is the code that we have, and we also have the styling inside the app.css as well. So we just import the CSS right here, and right here, this is the library that we just installed, react-paginate, and we just call this react-paginate right here. And up here, we use the use state, use effects from React. Okay. Now just let's take a look here. We have defined the per page equal to 10. So what per page here does is that we want to have 10 results within the page, right? 10 results per page. And down here, we define the current page and also set current page. By default, this set to number 0. And we also have the data, set data. So by default, this is an empty array. This one here, it will store the 5,000 records from the URL here, right? From this endpoint. And this is the use effects. What it does whenever the page loads, it will call this function. So the function fetch data right here. We're fetching the data via the API, right? And then we set all of the data inside this set data, right? Using the set data, and it's set inside this variable. So next here is the handle page click. So what this does basically, whenever that we click on the pagination right here, and then the page will be selected. So we want to get the current page. So let's just say when I click on 500 here, then this is the current page that we're on. I will also show you in the console log as well. So next, let's take a look. We have the offset as well. So this is the current page multiplied by the per page. So this will get 10, 0, 10, 20, or 30 and more. We have the current page data. We have the page count. I will show you one by one, but let's just take a look at the bigger picture first. We have the text here, React pagination, and this is the current data, page data that we load 10 records per page. Down here, this is where we use the library. We have the previous label, right? And this is the next label. So basically, this is the previous, this is the next. And we also have the page count, right? Right here, this is the on page change. So whenever that we click on the button right here, then it will call this function. And all of you can see right here, these are just the styling. This is the CSS. We have the previous link class name, next link class name, disable active, right? So this is inside here. I won't go into detail into this one, right? So now let's get back and take a look at the select page right here. So now let's just coming back, refresh this one real quick. It fetch the data, and when I click on any other number, right, and then it will show me 10 records per page. So now let's inspect this and see inside the console. And now you can also see that when I click on one of this, then it show me that the selected page, which is 12, but right here you can see it's 13. So why is that? It because the index it start from 0, right? So when I click on 500, then it show me 499. Next one I want to show you, let's just comment this one and show you this one right here, the offset. So what is offset? So now let's just refresh this again, and when I click on the page number 2 here, it show me the offset is 10. Click one more time, it will show that this is 20, right? So what this does, it using the current page multiplied by the per page. So here when I click on number 1, it will get 0, multiplied by 10, it will still get 0. But if I click on this one here, meaning that this is number 1, multiplied by per page, which is 10, then we get the result, which is 10, right? So we have 10 here, and this is 20 and 30, 40, etc. Next, let's take a look at the current page data, right? So we want to get the current page data. So let's take a look here. So this is the data, which is the 5,000 records. We want to slide it, right? We don't want to show all of the 5,000 records within a page. So we want to cut it. We only get 10 results per page. So this is what it does, right? So it will slide. First one here, it takes 2 parameters for the JavaScript function. So this is the function from JavaScript. It's slide. The first one here, we want to get the offset, right? The offset that we got on top here, it starts from 10, 0, 10, 20, 30, right? And this is the second parameter. It will use the current offset. So let's just say it starts from the 0 here. So 0 plus per page we define on top there, it equal to 10. That means from the first, it will get up to 10 more records. So it will be 0 to 10, right? And if the offset it equal to 10, right? It start from 10, then this one here, it will be 10 plus 10 equal to 20. This one here, we just want to loop through that data and show it to the screen. In this case, we are showing the thumbnail URL, right? The result dot thumbnail URL, and this is the current page data. Now let's just take a look on the website. Let's just try to refresh this again. Let's just say I click on the first one by default, right? So it will show me 10 records, okay? So with different color here, right? It is the link. And next will be clicking on the number 2, then it will slide another 10 records with different URL, okay? So clicking one more time, then it keep doing that, okay? So this is how it works, right? So this is 30, then 30 plus 10 is 40. So the number will be between 30 and 40, and this is the result between 30 up to 40, okay? So this is how that works. Then right here, this is the page count. So we want to count the total pages from all of the records that we get from the server, right? From the database. So here, what is this? This is the math function. It's called seal. So we want to get the data.length. We want to get all of the length from the data. So this will be 5,000 slash per page. So this will be per page. We define it as 10 on top here. That it will be 500 in total, right? And the function here again, it just round up the number to the largest integer. Just round the number up. And then we get the page count. It's 500 here. Next, again, this is the one that I just showed you earlier. Nothing is special here. And what we want to do is to get the current page data. Whenever that we click on any of the button, then it calls the function. Once we get the set current page, so it will show the data from the current page, okay? And you might be asking, can you actually change the number here? Yep, that's definitely fine. You can also do that as well. So instead of like say 10, I change this to 15, right? So next, let's just refresh this page. Then it's showing me 15 records. Or if I want to change this to 16, I can also do that as well, right? So 8 images on top here, then this is another 8, 16. But the total page here, you can see it's only up to 313. Okay, so what am I going to show you next? So right here, instead of the thumbnail URL, there's also another one as well. It's called URL. Let's try that one real quick. So .url, going back, and here you can see we have the largest image, so 600 by 600, and down here we can navigate right to different pages. Okay, so next what I want to show you is instead of using this slash photo, there's also another one as well. So it's called post, and then inside this post, how many records total is 100, and we have the title and the body. So let's try that one real quick. So let's change this to post. All right, so instead of URL, we need to change this to title, and make sure that we no longer use this img tag, right? Then we need to change this to div tag, right? So div right here, and the key supposed to be inside the div right here, and we actually don't need this source anymore. Quickly save that. Okay, let's take a look again, and here you go. We can now get the data. So this time we only have 100 records, and that's the reason why you can see we only have up to 7 page, and the total here is 16 records per page we define on top here, right? I can also change this to 10, then we get the total of 10 pages. Okay, so 10 pages here. And how about if we want to also show the body as well? Then I can quickly come back here and try to add a new one. So this will be no space, and at the div right here, this will be rest.body. Okay, and we need to wrap this around, put a fragment, cut that and paste it here. Okay, let's just do that right way, and going back to the screen, and now you can see we have the title and we have the body. So is it the same, right? Up until here, the same text, and also for this one up until this text, and yep, it's right here. Let's just quickly style this a little bit more. Let's just put a space in between, and then let's just style this. Let's just change the font size to 30 pixels, save it, and here you can see we get the title and the body, and also the space in between, and we can of course navigate to this different page. Okay, so yep, that's basically how to implement the paginations in React. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section down below. Until then, see you guys in the next video.